Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fraser Park for day number 1 of the National Fastpitch Championship. Damien Collins here with the play-by-play for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, and joining me in colour is my man, Gary Rohihi. Gary, you've just called an absolute humdinger between North Harbour and Canterbury with the walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. Is that how we're going to see this tournament go about, you bet?
I think the quality of the pitching means that we see a little bit more of that throughout this tournament. Although, having said that, that's a nice start by Auckland.
Yeah, absolutely. Oscar Clark with the lead off. Just before we went to air, he had hit the ball and just slipped in the batter's box. Wellington made the easy play, but then Auckland argued that it was dead ball, and they won that appeal. And then there he goes, Oscar Clark sliding into third.
Yeah, well, of course, we've got a batting lineup for Auckland that just won't quit. Oscar Clark, he's probably one of the younger ones in it, but you know what's to come.
Oscar
Starting
Clark,
with this man right here, number 14.
gone from strength to strength. Here's Oscar Clark. Looks like he's been hitting the weight room as well. I'll tell you, someone that can swing a ball, and we all know it, is the shortstop of Auckland, Cole Evans.
Absolutely, Black Sox captain, and we know the quality he brings for many
world
years
class.
now.
World class.
And when you say many years, he's still a relatively young man.
I know, right?
But that's what happens when you make the Black Sox when you're like 12 years old, you know?
Indeed. Of course, picked by one of the youngest of all time as well, Mark Sorensen. And I think he was about 16, wasn't he?
He would have been, definitely.
Yeah.
He was probably still at high school. Had to get permission to have a drink with the boys from his parents.
I don't think they thought twice about it. Well, he gets it off the handle, might fall in no man's land, but, and just on the transfer, Takitaka Cooper Nicola has all the speed in the world, gets to the ball in time, but off the transfer, they are saying it's off the transfer. Tony Kairuna, world-class umpire out on the bases, has a quick talk to Kohler as he walks back to the dugout. So that'd be the first out with Oscar Clark tagging up at 3.
Yeah, interesting that one. It was very quick if it was on the transfer. We know that what a quality outfield Takitaka Cooper Nicola is. He got under that very quickly.
Yeah, TK, all the wheels, and that's why he's in that 8th spot. And speaking of a good centre fielder, coming to bat now is at number 89, Ben Inoka.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's average. You know, he's not bad.
Jarman, you're average apparently, mate.
Yeah, of course we know, obviously, one of the best in the world.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, he's not bad, mate. He's not bad. Good human as well.
Quality he puts out on the diamond all the time. You know, just astonishing output from him over the years.
The battery, Wellington battery of Josh Merritts and Jaden Stratford to start this one. And before we get into it, let's say it. The last 2 NFC champions going head-to-head.
True,
day
Wellington.
number 1. Through the 5-6 hole, just out of reach of Kieran Bolger there. And Ben Inoka on the RBI stats.
The 5-6 hole, exactly the spot he needed to put it to make sure that runner was safe home. Once again, we talk about him being the ultimate pro. Well, that's exactly what he did, what he needed to do. Add an RBI to his name in an early run to Auckland.
He does that. And it doesn't get easier for Merritt, who has big brother. Oh, no. Yeah, no. It's thought it was Caesar there for a second, but that's definitely not big brother. Thomas Inoka into bat now, playing first in this one.
Yeah, the lineup is suggested of Inoka. So
Yeah.
definitely a luxury.
Oh, mate. 3 Inokas, a few Evans.
Yeah, you don't have to know how to spell last names to do the whole team, really, do you?
Nah, just call them by their first.
Yeah.
So you don't mix them up. Tommy Gunn to most.
Clark early, Peden, Shannon, and Twigden just break it up. Evans and Anoka for the rest of it.
And all I heard was batter, 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 batter. Goes low and pops it up to Bolger, who makes no mistake of that for the second outs. And just like that, the 1-2 is going to bring to bat the third Anoka in the lineup. Campbell Anoka.
All three of the Anoka boys now vastly experienced. All of them have been chasing the summer for probably more than a decade now.
No doubt, no doubt.
Summer here, summer in Northern America.
Yeah, they definitely get to see the world with the ISC teams. You see a lot of international caliber players in this game for sure. I look to first base, I see one. I look to third base, I see one. And then in the middle, you've got the young bucks coming through that have been in the juniors set up for a while.
We talked about it with North Harbour and Canterbury, both teams bristling with Black Sox. Well, similar for Wellington and Auckland.
The Anoka brothers, 1, 2, 3 of them. Jarman on first, Caesar in at bat. Episode 13 of Beyond the Dugout, just in case you're wondering.
I hear that's coming back.
Yeah, we're working on it, mate.
Zach Boyd, playing at third base after I've seen him many years playing at shortstop.
It's pretty handy, that one.
He is. He's more than a handy player.
Fireman now.
Fireman Boyd.
Glorious mustache, love it. Merrick gets a score from Stratford.
Working alongside Fireman Lutton as the coach.
Gino could probably still go out there, couldn't he?
Oh, no doubt. He's looking at the other side of what? I won't say your age, Gino, maybe 50.
Didn't he just turn 50?
We must be close.
Probably past it, eh, Gino? Just jokes.
We'd all want to be that fit.
Oh, Centerfield Cam.
Bit early for that camera to have started drinking.
Well, one Anoka makes his way to first base with a walk. The other one advances to second base. And that's going to bring to bat the right fielder, number 32, Connor Peden.
Connor Peden's batting took a step up about 2 or 3 years ago. I think probably coincided with the exit from full-time catching. At one stage there, he's a Black Sox catcher.
Yeah, pretty handy behind the dish as well.
Yep. But I think his batting actually benefit from it. I've seen some great batting from him in the last few years.
A catcher that can bat at Sorensen Field?
One or two of them, isn't there?
What? Merrick clips that corner.
Wellington with Jaden Stratford and Taweta Bishop, you know, the catching stakes there are not too bad as well.
Yeah. Some cloud over Fraser Park, keeping us cool. Light breeze going through Fraser Park. 22 degrees outside. Feels a bit hotter than that. Looking forward to getting those singlets made, I tell you that much. But hey, it's a work day and we're at the ballpark.
That's right.
Don't tell the boss. Goes inside, does Pete and sends it straight up. 3 people calling for it. And Damon Creasy, the under-23s captain from last year, makes the catch to retire the side, but not before Auckland open their account through Oscar Clark. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Park for day one of NFC, National Fastpitch Championship. It's the adults now, the juniors, the age groups got through January, and now we have made it to the senior one. The big dogs in their national provincial colours, clean out there by Cole Evans at shortstop of Riley Markia to get the first outs. Not much gets past Kohler at shortstop.
No, it's a brick wall out there. It's a very wide brick wall. Not in terms of his body, he just the way he moves.
He's got some range. He's got some range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, into bat now, Takitika Cooper Nicola out of the PK club via North Harbour originally. He grounds out to Tommy Inoka, where Reese Evans is there in time to get the outs. And just like that, 1-2.
Yeah, you had to be accurate there. There's not too many around who have got the wheels of Cooper Nicola, and he is extremely fast.
And gets through the 4 spot. Does Taweta Bishop. And he stands up on 1 with 2 down. That's going to bring to bat the first base, Jerome Ramaki. Taweta, he's going to take a spot in the dugout. Ollie Smith's going to come out and do the running from PCU.
Well, Taweta just making sure that he got Wellington started on that one. Very professional at bat. Didn't waste any time. Swung at the first pitch to make way for one of the world's most feared hitters. Twigden giving him some respect as well, keeping it away from his zone.
Oh, these two would definitely know each other after playing against for many years.
Yeah, Liam Twigden been around for a little while now. Good to see he's put on a kilo or two.
Look at you just body shaming everyone, Gaz.
I thought I just paid him a compliment. Hasn't hurt the quality of his pitching though. He's been a good pitcher for a number of years
absolutely.
now. Adrian, oh, you knew you were on camera. You knew you were on camera. Hiding behind the grandstand.
Hey, there he is.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The guru of the technical stuff.
Oh, the mad genius behind the scenes.
Yes, he certainly is.
Ollie Smith gets the call to boost to second. Romy fouls that off.
Oh, we know what Jerome Ramaki can do with one swing of the bat.
Oh, yes. Oh, Romy gets the walk. He'll go down to first base. Episode 32 of Beyond the Dugout, just in case you're wondering. Ollie Smith now at second base. Ramaki at first. That's going to bring to bat from the hot corner, Zach Boyd.
Yet another respected batter in the Wellington lineup. Zach has been launching some of the best pitchers in the world over the fence for a few years now.
Leaves that just up top of the zone for the ball. Ooh, I didn't flinch.
No.
Fouled straight back to us here.
Yep.
As you can see, there's a breeze going through Fraser Park.
Gentle breeze.
Gentle
we talked
breeze.
about it in the first game. You know, there's 20 or 30 knots in Auckland and they close everything down. In Wellington, it's just a summer breeze.
2 down here in the bottom of the first. Wellington trailing by 1 over last year's champions, Auckland. The year before was Wellington. And I tell you, guys, I'm glad it ain't NFC in October again. That was cold.
Yeah, it certainly was. I think the quality of the game that I saw before between Canterbury and North Harbour, there'll be at least those 2 teams that will want to have something to say about Auckland's dominance.
Boyd gets a piece with a pop hopper through to Cole Evans, who makes the play over to Inoka for their 3rd outs. Wellington leaving 2 runners on. We're going to go to the top of the seconds. Auckland leading this one over Wellington, 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Merritt's first offering just outside for the ball.
Yeah, young Josh is, he settled into that first innings until they gave up the RBI single. That was Ben Inoka, so he's done that to a few pitchers around the world.
Into bat now is Reese Evans.
Had a good chat with his with young Josh's dad, Craig, just before this game started.
Yes.
He's
you usually see Craig at a diamond for sure.
Absolutely.
You know, been really impressed with Josh over the last few years. Works very, very hard on what he does in the middle. Of course, going back into town last season after a year in Dodgers. Out here, so he's played a few games here at Fraser Park.
He had a bit of a name for walking a few batters, but Craig assures me he's been much better this year.
Yeah, no, he's
if he could get over that hump, I always thought he would be a very good pitcher. At whatever level he decided to play at.
Yeah, had a stint with the Rippers over at ISC this season, with a number of Wellingtonians going over.
Yeah, I saw one game there. It looked like a Porora benefit. There were 5 players from Porora on both teams.
Oh, they end up everywhere, mate.
They sure do.
You would know. So, not that I'm about colours or anything, but as a Potidoa man, what's your favourite Potidoa uniform? The black and yellow or the green and yellow?
Oh, I'd be old school. I'd go the green and yellow.
Yes, I knew you were down for the valley deep inside.
I was set up for that one, wasn't I?
You were.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, the Poirua have been rocking the black uniforms for a number of years now.
Yeah.
But you look at some of the old school photos, you definitely see that green and yellow come out.
Max Early into bat now, the catcher for Auckland. His parents in the grandstand there wearing Auckland colours this week. Last week was the Franklin colours for the other Early, Brian. Can always count Ricky and Megan down at the ballpark, wherever the ballpark is.
Auckland with an early runner on base already. That's a dangerous sign for Wellington.
Gets it early, that's fair.
That'll score the runner.
Reese Evans thought he got the call from Paulie to just slow down a little bit because he was going home regardless. And Max Early, younger brother's been doing good with the bat this lately, so looks like Max is on with a challenge.
Of course, that was a high-quality final we saw last week with North Harbour running out the winners over Franklin in the Heartland Championship.
Yeah, what a cool event. Good to see it there and hope it's going to be there for many, many years.
Maybe even see it expand.
Yeah.
Ethan Shannon, number 73, coming into bat.
The big lefty. Not bad DNA as well for this kid.
One or two, yeah. One or two internationals in that family.
Yeah, one or two.
Just checking.
Just checking. Down to Kieran Bolger at shortstop, who makes the play over to Ramaki for the first outs. Max Early will just sit tight on second.
Nice play there by Kieran Bolger to hold the runner up, make sure he had nowhere to go. Plenty of time to take the out at one. Just a good shortstop play.
Good shortstop.
Wellington came in off the back of a 10-0 win over Otago this morning. And we'll be backing it up immediately with a game against Hutt Valley, I think.
Yeah, straight away.
Straight away.
Always a good battle between the 04s.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one, that one. I think both teams won't quite have the pitching of maybe Harbour. Auckland, Canterbury. Yeah, they've got quality throughout the diamond and deep batting lineups.
Absolutely. Well, lead off Oscar Clark will make his way to first with the walk. So now Auckland have runners on 2 and 1, and that's going to bring to bat the shortstop, Cole Evans.
Would you bother stealing Oscar Clark, knowing how regularly this guy hits the ball?
Well, you got Max Early on second base, so maybe not. But Oscar Clark has some wheels. I think there was a long time there. Oscar Clark was the DR, wasn't he?
He was.
For a bit. Oh, remember that play? Can you remember that outs last year at NFC where he had gone behind the catcher, hadn't actually touched home plate, starts yelling at third base to go back, The catcher turns around to try and get the out with the runners going, well, you know, just to see what's going on. And Oscar just puts his foot out and scores at home by fouling the catcher. Oh, it was brilliant. But, yeah, it was...
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, it was a great play.
Well, yeah, I actually forgot this second base runner was out there.
Can you see the new strip at second base?
True, what happened there?
Oh, mate, it'd been gone for a while, so good to see that they finally fixed it. Adrian back on the scooter, as you can see. Down low for the ball.
What an addition that is to the arsenal and technological wizardry that we experience. A scooter.
Oh, it's all happening with us, mate.
Cole Evans looking menacing.
He does that. Inside, popped up to the bank. Gets him on the outside, clipping it back to Merritt, who makes the play over to Ramaki. Not the hit that Kohler wanted, but he did advance the runners. And that will put 2 in scoring position for Auckland.
Evans comes in to do the running as well.
Yeah, 2 down catcher. And that is going to send to bat Beninoka.
Already has the RBI to his name in this game.
Yeah, smacked it past Aaron Golan at second. And his first at bat, scoring the run of Oscar Clark. Merritt goes for that clipping in that corner again, just out to get the call.
He's going to have to work it around the zone against batting of this quality. He just can't afford to leave it in the middle. Otherwise, the runs will start coming across home plate with regularity.
Oh, you'd hate to count the number of World Cup appearances you've got just in this Auckland side, let alone test caps.
Oh, absolutely. You added it up, it'll be thousands.
Oh, mate. And then you've got a guy looking after them called Nathan Nukunuku. He's got a little bit of experience as well.
Fancy that.
Fancy that. Nice.
Settled into that outside line.
Yeah, he's already got,
Done a good job.
got Cole Evans reaching for before.
Beninoka won't let a third one go past that line, though. He'll get something on it.
One corner to the other. Too far inside for that one. Stratford just taking a minute to throw it back.
And
Just
Josh
clarifying.
was heading towards the dugout. He thought he'd thrown a strike there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Merritt wants to be careful with striding towards the dugout too early against a batter like this.
Oh, yeah. He can change it. No question there about the dead ball.
Not this time. A little bit suspicious, that last one, but... At the moment, not quite the ding-dong battle the last one was.
Yeah, even better. No Matt Jordan on commentary for this one.
It was quite a revelation, was Matt, on the last game.
Don't know if it's that. That's the wording, but... 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the second. 2 runners on. Leaves it on the outside to take the count full.
Followed that pitch all the way. He was wary of that outside corner.
Merritt trying to get them to nibble at it for sure.
Bit of a battle was developed here. He's probably 5 or 6 pitches deep into this one already.
And that goes on the inside. Cole Evans is going to steal home. He knows he didn't touch home plate as well. So he scampers back to do that. Oscar Clark comes in as well.
Great awareness by the Auckland runners to take advantage of that error.
He's deliberately kicked their ball and then go for home plate. You see that, that's why the ball went over, that's why he didn't touch it. He had to come back.
I will ask my guys to get it.
Thank you. Yes,
I don't think
please.
so.
Yes, he did.
Guys.
So, as we've just heard on the ambient mic there, the Wellington boys are asking if Cole Evans deliberately interfered with the ball on his way across home plate. Hopefully,
Here we go. Goes off the glove, off 14 in the back. Watch the leg here. Oh.
I mean, we've got the benefit of the replay, but Wellington boys would seem to have a case based on the replay, but the umpires are not going to be able to rule on the replay.
Gino will always fight for his boys out there for sure. Knows the game inside and out. No doubt someone's going to get questioned after watching a replay after this game.
The thing about it is against a side like Auckland, they're going to create enough of their own scoring opportunities without, Wellington are right to question it. That's the Blues' call. However, the score remains at 4-0.
And you know yourself, anyone at this level is going to try those little things they possibly can to get every inch. And these boys have been there, done that, probably added a few chapters to the book. So,
the shoe was on the other foot. You know where Nathan Nuku would have been right in the umpire style.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Down low and inside for another ball.
So Auckland take advantage of that error to the tune of 2 runs. Wellington compound things for them.
Gets a piece, sends it up. Just off the glove of Aaron Golan, who had made a bit of yard to get there in the first place.
Made the effort, you'll see it here. Just couldn't quite get the backhand on that.
So Tommy Inoka now safe on first base.
Don't know if that's more interesting than the ball game, guys. Couple of dogs fighting at the back there.
Well, I don't know if you've ever watched a broadcast with the director and the director's here. You're going to see cuts of dogs for sure. Camera 1, dog. It was camera 1. The Inoka brothers on base with little brother Caesar out bat.
Back to Inoka's.
Goes foul. Just hits the scissor lift.
Just reminds our camera operator there that he's, part of the ball game.
Oh, is that Tobes up there?
You just sort of think how much a team like Wellington has to be on their game against this Auckland outfit. I mean, they haven't set the world on fire with the batting yet, and yet they're still 4-0 up.
Just finding gaps and making things happen, right?
Yep.
Camo Inoka swings up the top of the zone for the strikeout, but not before Auckland add 3 to their total. They lead this one as we go to the bottom of the second. Auckland 4, Wellington 0. I was wondering how long it would take to get the goal. No mai, haere mai. Welcome back to Sorensen Field here at Fraser Ballpark in Lower Hutt Valley for day number 1 of National Fastpitch Championship. It's Auckland taking on Wellington, the 2 previous winners of NFC. Last year, Auckland at Rosedale. The year before, well, 1.5 years before that
exactly.
was Wellington in that historic final at Dynasty Park in Christchurch. And they meet each other on day 1.
Are we allowed to mention what made that final historic?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Hey?
Just Google it. It's pretty easy to find.
It is. A lot of watches on that one.
Yeah, a lot of watches, mate. Try being in the booth. Oh, different.
Just one of those stories that adds to the, to the colour, the overall colour of our sport.
I got, Twigden opens up with a strikeout of Jaden Stratford for the first out. I got the world-famous runners-up cap from Nathan Nuku that tournament.
Oh, okay. That's not a cap here that wanted to keep.
No, well, no. I made a deal with him before the game. He said, yep, done. And then afterwards I said, no, I'll hold you to it. But so he still gave up the cap, but then he still gave me a winner's one from a year before that as well. Nice. So I got that one, and I got an extra one to add to the collection. So if I'm going to have an Auckland cap in their collection, it's got to be Nathan Nukunuku's for sure.
Oh, I don't know, maybe Donny Hale.
Oh, yeah, number 22 always. One of the nicest guys in softball, Donny Hale.
Once again, just like Nathan, though, a storied career.
Oh, absolutely. From a great club as well. My first club.
Out of the Ramblers.
Oh, yes. Up and hits the net up top. Damon Creasy in a bat now. Back to his Tawa club. Back to his roots this season in Premier 1 ball in Wellington.
Yes, 2 or 3 of the guys went back to Tawa to strengthen their team this year. Good on them as well.
Well, after stacking Porirua, what do you...
Well, we'd like to think they came and learned their trade at Porirua.
Definitely. Them and the other Black Sox.
And the other Black Sox. Yeah.
There
was a few there in those days.
Cupley. Oh, early goes to throw down to third.
Yeah. That's the pitcher's equivalent of walking too early.
Yeah.
Early. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Damon Creasy was captain of the New Zealand under-23 side last year.
Oh, this is
for reasons like that. Yeah, it's gone. Creasy sends it over the back fence to open up the account for Wellington. And he will cross home plate for their first runs.
Well, they always say a well-struck shot doesn't get affected by the wind. And that one flew right into the teeth of the wind and didn't look like going anywhere but over the fence.
Sailed.
Damon Creasy very much come back on with his batting in the last couple of years. Obviously, he's crowned that off with being included in the Black Sox last year, full squad last year. And there's one of the reasons why.
Yeah. Another up-and-comer, Kieran Bodger, up to bat now. Still a young fella. When he was the vice-captain of the New Zealand under-18s at Palmerston North in 2020, was only just 15 years old.
Gosh, is that 4 years ago?
Yep.
Unbelievable how quick time's gone by.
I think he actually ended up in 2 junior squads, didn't he?
Well, back then it was still the 2-year turnaround.
Yeah.
So it's very likely that players played multiple World Series. Nowadays, not so easy, of course, with a 4-year turnaround.
He's got some pace, does Bill Bolger.
Well, Wellington have got a bit of pace. I mean, you go right back up to Zach Boyd, Jaden Stratford, Damon Creasy, Bolger, Aaron Gollan. They are all blessed with speed around the diamond.
Gets that outside corner for the strikeout called.
Probably just a couple of adjustments need to be made to the batters. I think just not quite reading the where the umpire's zone is at the moment, so there's just a little bit of readjustment needed.
Aaron Gollan into bat now.
Seen a few looks from both teams' batters.
Yeah.
They just got to stop looking at the umpire and start looking at where the umpire's zone is.
Well, at this level, surely they're consistent about it. So if they're going to keep on calling it, which they are,
Yeah, absolutely.
you got to adjust for sure.
Yep. Plenty of record of being a big fan of the Blues in New Zealand. They are quality. Do the best they can with what's available to them. But like anything, any sport where you rely on your instincts and your knowledge and your training, it's not 100%. Nothing ever is.
Absolutely. Young Golan into bat now has really been a force in age grades the last few years, getting top batter awards left, right, and centre. Gets a piece, sending it to left field, where Camu Anoka backtracks and makes the out like he does, and that will be the third, but not before. Damon Creasy sends one over the back fence to open the account for Wellington, but Auckland still lead this game 4 runs to 1.
Oh, crap. 4 runs to 0.
1.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Sorensen Field at Fraser Park. Day 1 of NFC 2025. Auckland taking on Wellington here at the top of the third. Auckland leading 4 runs to 1. Josh Merritt on the hill for Wellington. Jaden Stratford behind the dish. Jerome Ramaki at first. Aaron Golan at second. Zach Boyd in the hot corner. Shortstop Kieran Bolger, and in the outfield left to right, Damon Creasy, Takitika Cooper Nicola, and Riley Markia.
Quite a quality outfield that, isn't it?
Yeah, some names known around there.
Yep.
Goes for that outside corner again, just outside on that one. Stratford holds it there for a second.
Josh Merritt been throwing a pretty good game. He probably would have found himself 2-0 down, but it was only the error that cost the side the other 2 runs. So
tries to go on the outside again. They check it. TK says no, he didn't. Connor Peden. Inside pitch for the ball.
Interesting where we saw Filavazo pitching for Franklin last week.
Yeah.
Bevan Martini mentioned that he was having trouble adjusting to pitching off the mats. Of course, New Zealand, the last country, still holding out to pitching off rubber mats.
What? Are we behind things? No.
Or are we ahead of things?
No.
Of course, all the other countries around the world pitching off the dirt mounds.
Look, what it comes down to is volunteers. If we had the great ground staff like we used to around the places, you can fix those mat blocks. You can fix those. Remember the old batters boxes used to get fixed every game, and then someone would come in and dig them out, of course, straight away.
Yeah.
But now, majority of batters boxes in New Zealand are they turf now. Even looking at Diamond 1 here at Fraser Park, being artificial, all of it. It's a bit tough.
You could artificial every diamond in the country and just leave the cutout for the dirt mound.
Wow, 100%, mate. Definitely.
Well, so you go from not grooming a whole diamond to just doing mounts.
Yep. Like where he hits it. Put a block in the middle of it. Let's go, New Zealand. Let's catch up.
Well, it's interesting conversation because, of course, our pitchers go from the certainty that rubber mounds give them to the uncertainty.
I've had
that
a
dirt
few
mounds give
bear
them
team
overseas.
chats to a few absolute legends over the years about the old block. What
And
are they? Oh, quick corridor.
I think it's the Nathan on the runner, isn't it? Making sure he's on the same page as everybody else.
That looks like a wild boar out at second base. Harrison, I think.
Harrison Wildboar, it is, doing the running at second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting times for Auckland. They'll be Nathan Nuku, as aggressive as he is as a coach, will be really looking to apply the screws to Wellington here. Just this
Well,
instance.
Reese Evans gets all of that. Wow.
It's,
That hits the trees behind the back fence and bounces back into the ballpark. Wild ball crosses home plate. And so does Evans.
well,
Bam.
we'll call that getting the crystal ball out, but I'm not sure the conversation at second base between coach and runner was just stand there because he's going to hit it over the fence.
Yeah, yeah. Watch this, kid.
This is going to hit it a long way.
Just jogging, eh?
Yep.
Well, just like that, they might have lost a run in the last at bat, bottom of the second, but no. They
None out.
claw another two back. None out here.
That's gone back.
That's huge. Look
It's
at
come
this.
down through the trees.
It's only in the park, park still because of the trees.
It would have made it over the blue fence, and there's not too many that do that. There are a few storied ones. We're looking at a pitching change here now.
Yeah, into pitch now is Ryan Bennett, currently playing out of the Island Bay Club here in Wellington in the intercity competitions. Ryan is a Canadian, a Canuck. Good dude as well. Got to know him a few times over this previous season with our Canadian that we've got. Came out and played this is a working title, but currently called the Whoever's Here at Christmas game. Last season we made that title, I think it was 2 days before Christmas. We had 20 odd players, and this Christmas just been, we had the second annual Whoever Here is Here at Christmas game, and we had 6 Canadians out there. We had a couple others from around the place, but 30 odd players.
Wow, nice one.
Yeah, so
It'll become the Whoever's Here tournament.
Yeah, I think there might be teams next year. Break them up even more.
You could de-establish teams and
Might be
draw
a
them
draft,
out of
mate.
a hat.
Might be a
Yeah,
draft,
exactly.
yeah.
Draw them out of a hat.
Absolutely.
Put all the
We had
pitchers
something
and
like
catches and
30
lots.
odd players from, I think it was 9 clubs in total. But very cool. Very cool. Well, we're back into it. Ryan Banner has had his warm-ups here for Wellington and his first pitch to Stratford. Gets him swinging, does Max early for the strike. 0-1. Well, good to have you along for the ride for NFC 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. What started it as a podcast is now into what used to be so broadcasting. But here we are. Still a podcast in the background. I know a few of you out there want to hear the podcast come back. Maybe you can drop in the comments who you want to hear on it. Well, down to Bolger, who makes the play over to Ramaki for the first outs. And Ryan Bennett making use coming in already.
It just seems without too much fuss and one mighty swing of the bat, Auckland have just stretched things considerably over Wellington's. The scoreline now reflects it, and Wellington need to be careful. We're still only in the third inning.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you someone I'd love to hear on the podcast, mate. And I know he's watching. He just sent me a text. in Australia, recently retired, Nick Hayes. Hey, mate.
Yeah,
how
he'd
you
be
doing?
fabulous.
Wouldn't he just? And he did
Yep.
say when he retires.
He's an interesting guy.
It's not bad, mate. I believe he wore my cleats at the last NFC when he took home another title.
Yeah, but that's only because you're the only one with feet big enough to him to fit.
Fair point. Fair point. Good to have you watching, mate. It's bat Ethan Shannon, designated player, big lefty. Swing and a miss for the strike.
Seeing him back up to last year was a real highlight. I enjoyed it immensely. The guy's just such a world-class pitcher. Incredible.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely on fire last year. Shannon goes left field, where Damon Creasy makes the catch, and Banner comes in, faces two batters with 2 outs. And that's going to bring to bat the top of the order with 2 down, Oscar Clark.
Interesting, Auckland are also all of a sudden now making regular contact. Very ominous of a batting lineup of their depth.
Well, it's the 3rd innings, and this is the leadoff batter coming up for his 3rd at bat.
I think
If that doesn't say Auckland,
he's been across home. He's been across home plate twice now.
he does know how to cross home plate, does Oscar Clark, that's for sure. Oh, mate, and yeah, check out the final at NFC last year. Oscar Clark, brilliant.
Yeah, he was one of the standouts of the NFC tournament last year, I thought, was Oscar Clark. Definitely just jumped up in that sort of national pecking order. Show what his true qualities were, or are. Sure, he showed it all his age grade career, but really stood out for me in the NFC.
Yeah, definitely. Zach Boyd on the screen now. Still plays for Porirua City United.
Regular
But,
in the Black Sox squad now.
But
Zach.
he also was good to see him out there in the some of the age group tournaments, giving back and helping out coach the Wellington grades. Same with Damon Creasy there on the screen. Believed he coached the under-17s here at Fraser Park. for
Here's Zach
Wellington.
and Damon together.
Yeah.
Coach Wellington under 17.
Very cool.
Good to see them wanting to find their feet as coaches. Just adds another dimension to them as players as well, I think. The
Fouled
extra
back on
understanding.
the artificial here at the back here of Fraser Park. Used to be, well, still home of Avalon Rugby. Used to train out there, now home of the Phoenix.
Phoenix Training Academy and High Performance Centre for Phoenix.
There's a fun fact for you, Gaz. The very first Avalon senior captain to lead a team onto that field was me.
Oh, congratulations.
Here's a bar quiz.
Last
question for
game
you.
I played against Avalon ended 15 minutes early in an all-in brawl, so which I'm sure Avalon
I'd love to say I'm shocked,
which I'm sure
but I'd
Avalon
be
started.
lying.
It was old school days.
When
and
this
the ground
whole
was in
place
front of
was
the grandstand.
the grandstand plus the remember corrugated iron completely around. It was completely closed in. Was Fraser Park?
It was.
Yeah, it used to be. No one used to like coming here. Now it's like, oh, yep, another dub. Jokes.
It's always nice when there's nothing but forward.
You know what I love about rugby? You can box the head off each other and then go and have a beer together after about 10 minutes later.
It's still true.
It's
It
100%.
is still true. And what did we do after that game? Went and had a beer. Had a
Yeah,
laugh
there you
about it.
go. Well, the director almost had the black screen of death there for us. I still want to have words with whoever let Matt Jordan into Wellington. 2-2 the count. Hey!
Oh, no, there's another Collins in the booth.
Yeah, it is the loudest one. And gets him out for the third outs. And that retires the side, but not before a home run with an RBI of Reece Evans. Auckland lead this as we go to the bottom of this third innings, 6 runs to 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Fraser Park for day number 1 of NSC 2025. We're in the bottom of the third innings here with Auckland leading this one over Wellington, 6 runs to 1. But like you said in the last game, Gaz, you don't win it at all on day 1.
No, you don't win it on day 1. But Wellington are not out of this one yet either. Riley Marquia might have something to say about that.
He does now and then. Straight through the zone for the strike called from Twigden.
Twiggy has pitched an excellent game up to date so far. Neither of these pitches are what you might call the overpowering pitches like Rona and Potts were in the previous game. But both doing a good job for their teams.
Riley Marquia grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bats. But we know how much he can change a game. Very disciplined batter. Has the 2-2 count here to lead off here at the bottom of the third.
Yeah, bats with power. It's unusual for a Marquez as they're used to dropping it in front of them.
Full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the zone for the ball. And Marquia will make his way to first base with the walk and with a runner on the corner. That will bring to bat the centre fielder, Takirika Kupanakola.
Nice job by Marquia to pick the walk. Lead off batter, that's his job. Get out there however you can. Got himself on one as Kupanakola looks to get the bat in the way of the ball with a bunt. Marquia steals to second.
Well, TK, he can use all that speed on the left side of the batter's box. Well, the right side batting left, you know what I mean? Twigden goes outside. TK fouls away. Anything to add, young fella? Joined in the booth by little Collins at 10 months old. He's usually got all the banter, but not today. You're a bit quiet, mate. You're shy. Oh. Yeah?
My main son
Loves
came in and improved the booth by 100%.
Might see me in the background there, holding the young fella. Just waiting for the debut on Beyond the Dugout, aren't you, mate? Into bat now to Weta Bishop. Pops that straight up. 3 people come in, and Oscar Clark overcalls all of them to make the play. And that will be the second out.
Second out.
Riley Marquia on second base is going to be replaced by Ollie Smith, the young fella from Porirua City United.
Well, we saw Fabian Marquia coaching North Harbour last week, and he wasn't shy of stealing runners from second to third. So it was an interesting tactic, I thought. Something that's...
Fabes will definitely tell them to steal, and I would never say no to Fabian Marquia.
With his time at Porirua, of course, he spent many years at Porirua.
Yes, of course.
See
World
if some of
class.
the aggressive tactics can rub off.
Daughter's playing for Hutt Valley this weekend, isn't she?
Marama or...
One of them's playing for Hutt Valley. Yeah, I think it's Marama.
And Mediana.
Mediana is playing for Hawke's Bay.
Ah, yeah.
Ramaki, the first baseman, into bats, leaves that on the outside. Ooh. He says no. 14 says yes.
There's been a few questions.
And then
on that
Romy
outside.
agrees with him. Okay. So if that's what you got to call, I got you. But we know Romy, he'll just adjust. through the zone. Swung so hard, the guard came off the forearm. Of course, remember, Remy had a bit of a problem with that arm last year.
He had to sit out a bit of the North American season. He's watched his Gremlins go to the silver medal.
Oh, and through the glove of Thomas Inoka, which happens never. And you know Romy's going to have a quick word to him about that at first. But that will bring in Ollie Smith. And Wellington add another run to their total. 6-2 in this ball game.
Wellington just hanging in there. Still a decent-sized mountain to climb.
2 down here in the bottom of the third. Zach Boyd into bat now. Like some matching coloured cleats, I do. Hey, buddy. Twigged into early. Tommy Inoka on first, Reese Evans on second. In the hot corner, Oscar Clark with Cole Evans at shortstop. And we talked about the outfield of Wellington, but look at the outfield of Auckland. Campbell Inoka, Ben Inoka, and Connor Peden.
Exactly.
Handy.
Very handy. Better than average.
I'm sure the kids have got a bright futures.
Yeah. You talk about test caps, there's a few out there.
Here's one. Okay, good input.
Yeah, we agree.
Zach Boyd grounded out to shortstop in his last at-bat. Unlike the Auckland team who are going through their third at-bats in the third innings. This is just a second.
Oh, Wellington mounting a bit of a comeback here. Another run. After the solo shot from Damon Creasy in the previous inning.
Clean. Twitter goes up the zone. That's going deep, left field, and it's made it to the back. And that scores Jerome Ramaki with Zach Boyd hot on his tail, and Hillcross as well. Team comes out. They look stoked about it.
Oh, what a comeback it is now. It's all on. Really, the only difference between the two teams now is that error at home plate.
Yeah, 6-4 now. Here you have it.
I thought that was heading towards foul ball territory all day.
Yeah, just even that looked like it was going to go early, didn't it?
Yeah.
And Caesar back on the fence like he knows how to, but just too much for the automatic home run to Zach Boyd.
Oh, well, Auckland have got plenty of options if Twiggy needs a rest.
Oh, do they what?
Of course, they've got Tane Slaughter in there.
Yep, very handy.
He's a better than average pitcher for the Black Sox.
Not bad when Auckland can go into another NFC with no Chapman or Hayes and still be pretty decent.
Oh, pretty decent. Floyd Nola.
Floyd Nola, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, straight up the middle there from Jaden Stratford, and he'll stand up on one, and with 2 down, no doubt he'll make his way back into the sheds.
And it's Wellington making contact with some regularity now. Zach Boyd coming in to do the running at first base.
Damon Creasy hit that bomb in the last at-bat. Here's that shot here from Zach Boyd again.
Yeah, the way he turned and looked, he looked straight down the third base line. I thought, surely that's going foul. But no, it stayed in. Took a long time to come down. It was a moonshot.
Oh, yeah. Out in the zone for the ball from Damon Creasy. And here you see his last at-bats in the bottom of the second. Boom.
Just sat back on that pitch.
Did he what?
Similar swing, different result.
Yeah, swing and a miss on that one. Up the top of the zone, off the glove of Max Early. Boyd will round second. Hold up there.
Intentional walk, eh?
They put him on to make the force. And that's going to bring to bat Kieran Bolger, who struck out looking at his last at bat. First pitch called inside on Kieran Bolger. Hide my child around from Lou, his mum. She has promised she's going to steal him. So keep an eye out for Lou Bolger. Cole Evans makes the play at second. Wellington leave a couple on, but not before adding a couple more to the tally. They're just 2 behind now, but Auckland still lead this one as we go to the top of the 4th. Auckland 6, Wellington 4. No mai, haere mai. Welcome back here to Fraser Park for day number 1 of NFC 2025. Leading off is Cole Evans, who stands up on second, like he does.
Makes it look like a practice.
Doesn't he?
Practice swing. Straight over the right fielder's head.
Cole Evans now safe on second base, is going to bring to bat the centre fielder Ben Enoka. Benny hits to shortstop in his first at bat, left on base, and walked in second at bat, left on base. Remember, he got the RBI to lead off, to start off the runs for Auckland here with Oscar Clark crossing home plate.
Yeah, well, they were making it look like a no-fuss game at that stage, but Wellington, of course, have had something to say about that now.
Foul back. Ben Enoka, world-class player, plays for the Auckland United club in Auckland. Been a mainstay in this Auckland team for a while now. And even has cemented his spot with the Silver Fern as well. Takirika Cooper Nicola makes some yards to make that catch, showing his range. Creasy cheering him on. He's like, cuz, that might have been my ball. No. TK had it all day.
Nice catch out there. It's always the centre fielder's call.
With one down, runner on two, that's going to bring to bat the first base, Thomas Inoka. At the top of the zone for the ball.
Nice pitch from Ryan Banner, the Canadian.
Yeah, quick corridor in the middle there for Wellington. Won a number of NFC titles over the years. Last one in Christchurch in October before the World Cup a couple years ago. Banner launches back, gets the inside called for the zone.
Despite all the hitting that's going on, both teams have just struggled with the umpire zone. A few shakes of no, no, no.
Game of angles.
Angles, it is. Absolutely. Just got to figure out what angle.
Down low, just bobbled a bit. Oh, Zach Boyd, unfortunately, just out of the glove here. Unable to get the tag in time. And Kohler now safe on third base with one down and a runner in scoring position.
Again, that ball didn't go far away from Jaden Stratford, but you just open the door a teeny bit for Auckland. They just take every advantage of it.
Off the inside, going to drop in no man's land just before Creasy. So Tommy Inoka safe on first base. Cole Evans scores at home and they add another run to the tally, does Auckland.
Stretches it out.
Campbell Inoka into bat now. Walked in his first at bat, struck out in his second. Has that first offering go through the zone for the strike called. Banner getting into his work here. There's our Olympian umpire in the background there, Mark Portis.
Looking very relaxed.
Last time he was here umpiring, he might have contributed to my partner crying. That's what you get for doing your badge, love. Nah, jokes. Bought us a chocolate.
Nice
for the day
pitch.
after. Yeah. Yeah, Stratford's just, yeah, he's keeping his cool, but you could see there's a bit of frustration there, can't you?
Yeah. He's not the only one out there that's feeling it. They've just got to come to terms with the zone.
Down low and through the scissor lift for the foul ball.
It's another one of the pieces of equipment that have become a common sight around our diamonds, the scissor lifts with the cameras on them.
I know I've seen it many times, mate, but it's just, you know, especially when we're here, especially when we're sitting in this spot right here, when it used to be a 3x3 little tent thing with an iPad and a couple iPhones around the park to now, you know, 10-figure cameras and, and stuff like that. It's just crazy. You got to pinch yourself now and then, eh?
We get to bring these wonderful pictures, which, of course, Aotearoa FM facilitates such an amazing broadcast for us to comment on.
They go right as well.
Yeah. Better than average.
breeze starting to slow down here. Some good cloud overhead. Still warm though. But I tell you, Gaz, yesterday when that rain was kicking in, I was like,
Yeah.
classic.
I looked
Classic
at the
Hutt Valley
forecast.
tournament.
I looked at the forecast this morning and thought, what are the chances of it being dry when I get here? But no dramas, no problem.
All weather pitch, mate. All weather pitch.
Complete with sunshine. Complete with sunshine. And yeah, you're right. We can play on a bit longer than a lot of the other diamonds.
Do they though?
Well, as soon as the players start moaning about safety.
We had a show at training the other night, and I pitched through and might have hit a couple of my batters.
Yeah. It all helps toughen them up.
Oh, absolutely. Campbell Inoka ins bat now. Big brother Tommy at second.
Not too many softballers out there who don't have a story about where they've been hit with the ball.
True that.
Campbell Inoka just turned this one into a battle. Quite a few pitches. He's taken Banner deep into the count.
And he gets one through the zone. He popped up to
He's launched one
outfield. It's going to
skyward.
go all the way. And Inoka sends it over to the fence to drive in one Inoka. He gets across home plate himself after the automatic home run.
Oh, similar shot to Zach Boyd, that one. Took a long time coming down. Same result, however. 8 runs to 4. Auckland over Wellington.
Yeah, good battle to go in that count, did Campbell Inoka. And to get the flowers at the end, outstanding. Well, Harrison Wildbore into bat now.
A pinch hitter.
I think he's actually replaced Connor Peden because he replaced him on base when Peden got on in his last at bat with the walk.
Yep.
And I'm guessing he's still there. so
that's a replacement.
So, yep, number 32 out, number 23 in, which I'm pretty sure Connor Peden usually wears 23.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Normally remember these numbers. Harrison Wildbore.
Well, he's got it on backwards, 32.
Yeah. Wildbore's cousin Trey's playing for Hutt Valley. Harrison was part of that New Zealand under-18s in Palmy a couple years ago as well. 5 years ago, isn't it? Man,
Amazing.
It's gone fast.
Palmerston North Manawatu venue at Calhoun Park.
Yeah.
Still world class
Oh, still a picture.
since the revamp at that World Series.
Of course, last weekend for the Heartland.
Yep, the Heartland Championship, new to us. It's we had the pleasure of the commentary on the final day, and quite chuffed to call the women's grand final with Marlborough taking on Manawatu.
Wildbore sends it deep into the outfield. Takita Kakupa Nicola track that well, and then just to pop up and get rid of the sun as well. Watch this. 101, how to be an outfielder.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to do. And like all our good natural athletes, he actually made it look easy, but that was a very difficult catch.
Yeah, the fact that he must have lost it in the sun, got rid of the sun, and then keep going. Awesome. through the zone for the strike called. Reese Evans into bat now, the second baseman of this Auckland side. First at bat, cross home plate after his walk, and then crossed his home plate again after his bomb.
And back into dangerous territory for Wellington. Still only one out.
Yeah, wild ball, caught, no, 2 out.
2 out.
Yeah, 2 catches from Tikirika Kupa-Nikola.
Of course, we just saw the catch from TK.
Reese Evans now. Goes at that pitch to Aaron Golan at second, who makes play to Ramaki for the 3rd out, but not before a couple more runs through the power hitting of Kambu Inoka. Auckland still lead this one as we go to the bottom of the 4th, 8 runs to 4. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Sorensen Field at Fraser Park for day 1 of 2025's NFC. Pitch and change for Auckland into it is Dallas Amai-Tatu. Coming in on the hill for Liam Twigden. Here at the bottom of the 4th, with Auckland leading.
Good pitcher, Dallas Amai-Tatu. They do have a range of pitches to go to should they need them. They've also got Tane Slaughter sitting on the bench there. Current Black Sox pitcher. But at this stage of the ball game with 3 innings.
Aaron Golan into bat now. Of course, we've had it. Ooh.
Everybody ducked on that one. There's a nice hello, welcome to the ball game.
I think Max left on that on purpose. What's Max saying? Why didn't you catch it? Yeah. He's like, come on, why'd you get hit? He's actually...
One pitch and there's already a conference.
Are we checking the ball, are we? Sleight of hand. Nathan Nukunuku comes out to check the ball. Guessing someone's used it. Only we had the mic on the umpire or something.
Yeah. Interesting. Amai-Tatu, has he gone to change his shoes?
Well, he can pitch in medals. He just can't play bat in medals.
No, he has to change them when his turn at bat comes up.
Yeah. Cobb and Co.
I'd say if there's a bar, they're everywhere.
Fouled away there from, I was about to say AA Ron, but it's AR Ron.
Aaron Gollan.
Aaron Gollan, son of Dave. Of course, you would have seen a Gollan in an Auckland jersey over the years. Now, this kid has a lot of potential to wear that Wellington jersey for a long time.
And Davey Gollan up at the fence, keeping an eye on proceedings.
As he does.
Done a lot of coaching himself with Wellington teams over the last few years.
Took home a national championship this season. The only one that didn't go to Hutt Valley.
Oh, there was one. Who got that?
Wellington.
Wellington. Oh.
Might have heard of them. Oh, just over Reece Evans. And that's why Aaron Gollan's one of the top young comers in this game in the country. He's safe on first base.
It's also a good time for Gollan to get that hit because it takes him back to the top of the order. Riley Marquez walked at his last turn at bat. And then Wellington got a few hits after that. Put in a couple of runs. 9 runs to 4 it is, of course. Managed to do such a great job with the scoreboard that it's been handed to somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Delegation, I hear.
Yeah, delegation.
Marquez goes up the outside pitch and might just drop in front of Harrison Wildboar, and it does.
Nice job for Wellington to get 2 runners out there, none down as an opportunity for them.
Thought I saw Wayne Laulu swinging a bat before, but no. Must have been just the can't sit still guy. Oh, great there, hit there from Takitika Kupa-Nicola. And look at those wheels. Look at those wheels. They score 2. He goes standing up at 3. And this game just isn't going to go away, is it?
No, the old 9-6 now, and Wellington closing once again. Auckland just seem to have the ability to just push the scoreline out. So if Wellington can limit that in the next innings or 2, might see some real fireworks. Auckland, of course, taken close by gallant Hawke's Bay this morning. Auckland being the defending champions.
Oh, you got to watch Hawke's Bay at a tournament.
Of course, they
come to swing, mate.
They are without the obvious presence on the mound that Daniel Chapman.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. And Nick Hayes bring.
Hazel. The relief pitcher coming in for Auckland. Galasamai Tatu. I think Bears? Waitakere Bears, I think he plays for. Could be wrong.
Could be right, I think.
Sometimes.
Just smokes the outside corner of the plate.
Taweda Bishop into bat now.
Power to burn. Taweda Bishop.
You got some opposing figures. Bishop down first base. Gets it to Anoka, who gets the lead runner with a tag from early at home. So Taweda Bishop will be safe on first. Takitika Kupa-Nicola will be the first out at home.
Very efficient from the Auckland infield there.
Ollie Smith will come out and have a run.
It was a very close thing, but affected the out. Wellington won't take the foot off the pedal, however. Jerome Ramaki up to bat.
He's got his New York Gremlins batting gloves on. Oh, that was...
That was the hello
Look
welcome.
how close this was to his elbow. Wow. And the clear back.
A little smile back.
Yeah. He's got all the tools, does Ramaki in the batter's box. He's got some speed on first base. Oh, can we not get Trevor Evans in a Wellington jacket on screen? It just doesn't look right. It's like when Tana went and coached the Blues. Oh,
Romy.
And
And
the flip.
The bat flip.
No, he didn't. Jerome Ramaki says, see you, and sends it over deep centre.
Well, after being dusted by that pitch by Amai Tatu, he might have earned that backflip, but he did give him a little bit of a glare and a grin.
Did he what?
I got you. I got you.
The Dogs have got it. So a home run and Dogs on screen. The director's happy and oops. And just the see you.
Yeah.
Is that the bat flip in the air? No,
Yeah, we
look
pretty
how
high.
that went.
Well, I've been treated to a bit of a home run fest now.
Yeah, what's that?
4 or 5. 3 from Wellington, who are showing their credentials with the bat.
Yeah, a couple from Auckland, 3 from Wellington.
Bottom of the 4th still. Wow. We ways to go in this ball game yet.
Well, I've been saying for years that NFC should have a home run derby. I didn't realise it'd be just a round robin game.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to have it, you might as well have it in the first morning of competition.
With your
Or afternoon
2
now.
previous champions.
First day of competition.
Get your iron early for sure.
Yeah. Wellington are certainly doing that. Mind you, they lit up the ground against Otago to the tune of 10 runs in 4 innings. Well, they've just about repeated it here. They're up to 8. And this is the 4th inning.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Auckland have managed to reply with 9 of their own.
Zach Boyd into bat now for Wellington. He, talking of home runs, had a beautiful one over left in his last at bat. Great pitch there from
A bit of zip.
Tatu.
He's picked up a bit of zip, has Dallas. Been commentating this lad for a few years now. Seen him come through.
Tries to nip that corner. Here's Zach Boyd's last at bat. It did land. Just looking at it, like I've seen it a million times, it was going foul.
It
but
looked at he looked down that line.
gets the outside pitch, sends that foul.
He's got a bit of deceptive power, does Zach. He possesses the power to hit the ball over either direction, over the fence.
Try to get that outside corner again.
Dare I say it, a couple of innings ago, he might have been given it.
Yeah, true.
Maybe the first hint of a little bit of inconsistency, but it was a good pitch. Oh, no
Straight
doubt
through
about
the
that one, no.
zone. Straight through the zone. Got him looking for the second out. And Wellington will bring to bat the catcher, Jaden Stratford.
Couple of generations of Stratford sitting on the bench over there watching as well.
Yeah.
Father and
Yeah.
grandfather.
Yeah, you can usually find them pretty close to a diamond. I think Tama, is that Tama Howard on third?
He was in the previous game.
I think he called a legal pitch on one of them. I think that's got a ball, but I could be wrong. I just saw the arm go out before.
Been a few of those today. Old illegal pitches.
Yeah, got him looking for the strike called.
Interesting. Still looking at that outside pitch.
Yeah, no one really chasing it, even though he's been calling it from the start of the game.
There it goes. Gently rolling across the soccer pitch out the back.
Early sets up early in the inside and bounces to the outside. They're really trying to get them chasing on that corner.
Yeah, trying to live out there. As soon as they're bringing it in, though, the Wellington boys are cashing in.
And now he's questioning his foot in the box. See him pointing down to where his foot is.
He's flirting with it.
Well, it's when you...
But so long as some part of it's in front of the line.
Oh, well, got him swinging anyway for the strikeout. And that will be the third, but not before Wellington add 4 runs to their total. It's a tie one. We're going to be back with the top of the 5th with Auckland leading just over Wellington. 9-run, 9-8. There. No mai haere mai. Welcome back here to Fraser Park for NFC 2025, the big event on the calendar of softball. We had February and early February and January for the age group tournaments throughout the country. Under 13s, under 15s in the north and the south, and then of course nationals for the 17s and 19s. And here we are at the big guns. Women and men are here. Oh, just off the glove of Te Kirika Cooper Nicola, who usually snaps up everything out there.
In the end, he just lost a little bit of sight of it. The wind is still swirling around out there. The sun's starting to play its part in the eyes of those outfielders. There's a bit of a, an unenviable job out there, but end of the day, he should have taken it.
Well, unfortunately, it's only going to get worse as the day goes on here at Fraser Park, where the sun sets. It's right in the eyes of anyone on that left side of the diamond. Third shortstop, left field centre, looking straight into it.
Yeah, especially out at left field is probably where it's worst.
Oh, no, will only get worse. Banner gets him swinging. Does Ethan Shannon?
Done a pretty good job, has this Canadian pitcher.
Yeah.
since he's had to come in for Josh Merritt, who again didn't pitch too badly. It's just that hard to keep this Auckland lineup quiet. Would you like that?
Interesting time to talk about stretching. Tom. Athletes in the booth. Outside, foul down.
Yep, not just out on the diamond.
Shannon swaps out the bat with the 1 and 2 count. Holds the hands on the changeup.
Of course, hit one hard straight out at Damon Creasy his last at bat. Taking the pitcher deep into account again here.
Gets him looking for the strikeout called. Max Early will stay on second base. The first outs of Ethan Shannon, and that's going to bring to bat the top of the order, Oscar Clark, in the top of the fifth, having his fourth at bat. Oh, give it a chance. I love it. Ryan Banner on the hill here now, the relief pitcher for Wellington. Through the zone, strike called.
Going well has dried up the hit fest from Auckland considerably
Oh, yeah.
since he came on.
Down low, foul back.
And
Surely someone's going to hit that first base sizzle of soon.
Yep.
It's getting close.
And of course,
Toby can handle it.
Auckland not hitting the ball as regularly now has been Wellington's gain, as they have started lighting up the
Definitely,
diamond.
yeah. They've stayed in it for sure. And then some, really. At one point, wasn't it 6-1? Popped up to centre field. Takitaka Cooper Nicola makes no mistake of that one. With Max Early tagging up at second. Goes down to third. And Oscar Clark caught at centre field.
Great
for the
job
second.
by Takarika Cooper Nicola that time. Yeah, a lot of ground to cover. The best outcome there for him, obviously, was the out. But stopping Oscar Clark from rounding through and coming home, that was huge in the context of this game.
Cole Evans into bat now. We know what X factor he brings to the batter's box.
Oh, he's already shown it in this game. I think he's 2 hits now, isn't he?
Yep. Can change a game on a dime, does Cole Evans.
You know, by the time a tournament's finished, his name's normally at or near the top of the batting
Well, I mean,
stats.
if we're not talking about anything being named after this tour, whoa, there you go. There, how close was that for a replay? Of course, after this tournament, the Black Sox will be named for the upcoming World Cup.
Oh, that'll be an interesting naming too.
Whoa.
I mean, obviously the normal suspects, Evans and Ramaki, are already putting their hands up. Rona,
Sure, there's a Noka or two in there as
there'll
well.
be a 1 or 2 Anokas. I think the only thing that's kept the younger Anoka out in recent years is injury. The makeup of the pitching will be interesting, as much as anything.
Gets that low to Aaron Golan, who gets it in time to Ramaki for the third out, leaving one runner on. Probably the first innings that Auckland haven't added to their tally. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. Just one in this. It's Auckland 9, Wellington 8.
Your world, your color, your choice.
We're back here at Sorensen Field for day one of the National Fastpitch Championship 2025. We're in the bottom of the fifth. It's Auckland, Wellington, the two previous champions, going head to head on day one. And what a seesaw battle. Just the one run in it here at the bottom of the fifth, 9 runs to 8. In favour of Auckland, but this Wellington side have got some fight.
Good to see too, because it's 6-1 down. You were starting to worry about Wellington's chances of going deep into the ball game.
Yeah, and that was like after 3 or something. So,
but they've launched a comprehensive comeback. They're now right in this ball game.
Well, a couple swings of the bat. It's amazing how quickly a game can change.
You got a new pitcher out there with Tane Slaughter, and you've already said it on multiple occasions. Just changes the angles. A little bit harder to get back into it. Maybe this game's even turned into a ding-dong battle.
Tane Slaughter still pretty young in this game. Out of the Ramblers Club in Auckland.
He made a name for himself in the last couple of years, though.
Yeah, he gets the first out of Damon Creasy for the strikeout. Yeah, Tane Slaughter, Ramblers, of course, at one stage, they had Floyd Nola and Daniel Chapman.
Yep.
And, of course, Twigton for a bit as well, didn't they? Before he went to Auckland United?
Yep. And that sort of depth on the hill gives them the luxury of bringing in a young fellow like this very carefully. And they give them an innings here, an innings there, sit on the bench, watch these guys go to work, just gather all that experience. Oh, here we go.
For Kieran Bolger, who gets it and sends it to centre field fence. And we have tied the ball game through an automatic home run to Kieran Bolger.
Oh, the Wellington hit fest continues. This time it's Kieran Bolger, the shortstop for Wellington. Steps up and launches one straight over the centre field fence. Here it comes on the replay.
Boom. Great hit.
Great pitches from the camera to keep that one in view. Oh!
Golan He'll go to 3 surely with his wheels.
Yeah, absolutely.
The overthrow. Cole Evans did all the hard work, but tried the side throw to get to Tommy Inoka on first, and just out of reach. And Golan just heads up. Knew exactly where he was going.
And just like that, this game got interesting.
Didn't it just?
9 runs apiece.
And into bat now, Riley Markia.
Top of the shop for Wellington.
Indeed. With a runner on 3. Goes at the first pitch, does Markia.
This is an all-out assault. Going early in the counts. You know they're looking to get firm connection.
Pulls the strings on that one. Just unable to get it into the zone. Look good, though.
Interesting turn of events for Auckland.
Yeah.
We're in the bottom of the 5th innings. It's now 9-all. And they've used now their 3rd pitcher. Where to from here if the batting continues? I mean, they could bring Twiggy back.
Ooh.
That was a very good pitch.
Well, Slaughter coming in and just trying to find a zone here.
Pressure goes up another stage again. We're into a hitter's count. Riley Markia once again doing a good lead-off hitter's role.
Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. The go-ahead run at third base. Markia swung back for the foul.
Keeps building tension. Keeps building pressure. The Wellington batting lineup definitely capable of doing that. With both teams, it's just a matter of the pitching, keeping the batting quiet.
Oh, we said it from the start. Both teams stacked with hitters.
Total contrast to the previous game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Golan thinks against it. Markia. Oh, what has happened here? Riley Markia.
Was that a psych out?
I think he psyched himself out.
Reese Evans. Say, bro, what happened?
You know, every day of the week, normally Golan would have gone. And just throws it
With
on the
his
ground.
speed, he just didn't get the initial jump. Did not get the initial jump. Otherwise, he should have been home all day on that pass ball.
Riley Markia on second base. Aaron Golan on third. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Takita Kakupa Nicola up to bat now, who had that stand-up triple in his last at-bat. Scored 2 runners. He was tagged at
He's having
home.
a fine game other than that one blemish in the
Yeah.
outfield. He's having a fine all-round game.
No doubt. One that we'll hear in that lineup on Monday. One count. The runners get their call from Coach Gino.
Is it in the diamond or is it going out? It's in.
And Oscar Clark makes that on the hot corner for the second outs. And with 2 runners on, it's with 2 outs. That's going to bring to bat the designated player to Weta Bishop. They're just going to call time and send Ollie Smith out to do some running for Riley Markia.
Well, in the normal set of circumstances, you'd think that Auckland would put Tueta on, but when you look at who's in the circle, it's just not an option.
Yeah, well, they did it earlier in the game just to make that force the option.
Yeah.
Because we know Bo can send it for sure.
But, I mean, it all depends on what you're trying to save, 1 run or 4 runs. They load the bases up and take it out, then they've probably saved 4.
Swung on the outside to foul.
Just lets the pitching know that if you go on the outside of the plate, I'm going to have a crack at it. It's probably the first of the Wellington batters we've seen really seriously go for it.
Outside for the ball. Takes the count to 2-2. Gets him swinging for the strikeouts, and Auckland work their way back, but not before Wellington tied up through an automatic home from Kieran Bolger. We're tied at 9 runs apiece. We'll be back with the top of the 6 right after these.
Oh, what a good inning.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Park for the day 1 of the 2025 NFC. You're watching Wellington go head-to-head with Auckland, and after 6 innings, well, we're into the top of the 6th now, 5 completed innings, we've seen 6 automatic home runs, and it has been fire from start to finish for this one.
Well, total contrast to the previous game, Damien, where we saw a 1-0 ball game in the bottom of the 7th, courtesy of a home run by North Harbour.
Brock
Attawell. But that was absolutely a pitcher's dominated game. While this is virtually completely the other way around. 6 home runs. We've now seen 5 pitchers used by both teams. And still, the flow of runs has not been entirely stemmed. Very exciting.
Beninoka sends it to shallow right field, where Aaron Gollan makes the play and the catch for the first out. Going backwards, he done well.
Another guy who's having a very good day out there on offense and defense. One little blemish out there earlier in the ball game, but other than that, he's having a very good day. And it's Auckland looking to turn early on pitches now.
Yeah, Tommy Anoka coming in with the aggression.
They've definitely stopped looking for deep pitching counts.
Fouled away again. Tommy Anoka, one bounce to Riley Mark here. He'll stand up on first.
That's just a classic lead-off hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly what he needed to do and exactly what Auckland needed him to do. Top of the 6th innings.
Well, it's going to bring up for his 4th at-bat the left fielder, Campbell Anoka. First at-bat, he was left on with a walk. Struck out in the 2nd at-bat and hit that home run that brought in his bro in the last innings.
Nice job once again on the hill out there. I'd say so far in the game, Ryan Banner has probably been the pick of all the pitchers. In a better dominated game, it's hard to pick one out, but so far, it's been he's been right up there.
Well, this is the last at bat from Caesar, who sent it over the centre field fence. Just nobody able to get to it, and one bounce to the Dogs.
Hail Caesar, is it?
Oh, he gets looking on the strikeout called for the 2nd outs. And that's going to bring to bat the right fielder, number 23, Harrison Wildbore. Shot, boys. Production doing it well. Putting up the home run replay just before the strikeout.
Do we miss the strikeout?
No, we got
Absolutely not. We never miss a thing.
Never, ever. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Slower pace through the zone there for the strike called. Oh, he pulls the strings on it again. Gets the tip.
Nasty. Change up.
Gets the tip just for a second.
Just disappeared and died in the dirt in front of the catcher. It's a lovely thing to see.
Goes to the zone, popped up from Wildbore. Cooper Nicola under it to make the catch, and that will be the 3rd out, leaving 1 runner on. Auckland, another donut to add to their column. We're still tied at 9 runs apiece. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after these.
Very impressive.
Your world, your colour, your choice.
No mai, haere mai. Welcome back to Sorensen Field here at Fraser Park, Lower Hutt, for day one of 2025 National Fastpitch Championship. They're going to check that one. Tomoyawa says, no, he didn't.
Here we go right here. The fireworks are on.
We're tied at 9 runs apiece here in the bottom of the 6th. Ramaki with his last at bat, sent it, stood there, had a look at it, and threw the bat 100 meters in the air, and then waltzed around the bases.
Yeah.
After missing his left shoulder or right shoulder by centimeters.
It was.
Oh, 14 gets hit again. 14 gets hit again.
And again.
And why does Max Early get so defensive every time he hits him?
He's up there
It's
going.
not as if he did it purposely, I'm sure. Surely not Max. Wellington first out with the bottle of water for the umpire. Stratford, the catcher's out there with it. What are you trying to get, mate? Get some brownie points behind the dish.
Yeah. You notice nothing got past me.
Yep. Monopoly Man's all good. Director's just laughing to himself in the corner. Into bat now is Zach Boyd with Ramaki on first base. Took the walk. Ollie Smith's going to do some running for him. Zach Boyd into bat now. Struck out looking at his last at bat. Hit centre over left field in his second at bat, and his first bat grounded out to the shortstop. But we know Zach Boyd can make something happen for sure. Gets a piece, sends it to Cole Evans, who makes no mistake about that out this time. But not before Wellington advanced the runner of Ollie Smith to second base.
Just settled back into a bit of professional softball there just to move that runner from 1 to 2. It's cost them an out, but in the context of what this ball game's becoming.
Into bat now is the catcher, Jaden Stratford.
With both teams trying to do whatever they can get to get one run on the board. Steal a march.
Stratford struck out twice in this game. Fouled back.
Jaden Stratford probably maybe overdue. Haven't done a lot with the bat in the game so far. Very good batter. One of the Wellington catching staff that have come into consideration in recent years for the higher honours. based on what we've seen from the umpire, that cannot have missed by too much on the outside of the plate. Did well to fend that off. That was a decent looking sort of a change up. Nice battle developing here between Stratford and Slaughter.
Ooh, pulls the strings on that.
Oh,
and
that's
it
gonna
just
score a
bounces
run.
off. Ollie Smith's going to go into home. And he got him out at second. Got the tag. But not before Ollie Smith gasses it from second to home for the go-ahead run.
Oh, gee, some of those Wellington boys have got some toe around the diamond.
Oh, they do. Ollie Smith, he's got wheels to burn. But do we put the RBI to Slaughter's back?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. There was that was self-defense.
Yeah.
It's definitely probably going to go against the batter. I don't know if you can call that an
Runner backed in.
Yeah. The Slaughter's going to have a bruise there. He can show the boys tonight.
Oh, surely. Well, we're 2 down. And now Wellington with the lead.
Amazing.
After
10-9.
being 6-1 down early in this game. Have really fought back, obviously. And now they're in charge ahead of this one. As still in the bottom of the 6 here. 2 runners down, 2 outs here, sorry. Damon Creasy, who's been swinging it really well in this one.
He has.
Up to bat.
Damon Creasy being another one of the Wellington boys who's come on strong in this game. A nice pitch, bit of weight on that drop ball. Outside of the plate. And look who's up, look who's up.
Ooh. Creasy.
Get yourself out there, Damon.
Yeah, your job's to get on base.
You've got the pinch hitter from here.
I think we might have just jinxed it, Gaz, but
might have done.
he goes down swinging for the strikeout, but not before Wellington get the go-ahead run. They lead this as we go to the top of the 7th. Is it 3 outs to the ball game, or are we going to see at the bottom of the 7th? We will see right after these.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Link's jerky made with 100% beef.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the top of the 7th. Between the battle between Auckland and Wellington. Ryan.
Well, I've been waiting for this this innings, top of the 7th. Wellington, they got a value, treasure every out. Well, for Auckland, well, one swing of the bat could turn this ball game back in their favour.
Oh, and you got the team to do it as well. You've got Reece Evans in the 7th spot at batting at the moment, who has already sent one over the fence. Not bad when your 7th spot can send one.
Oh, well, do they have a weakness?
Nope.
Yep. I mean, Ethan Shannon's a young man, but he's been swinging the bat pretty well when he's come in.
Yeah, the only thing I could see they've stopped Wellington in the past is flight details. Too soon?
I said we were going to leave
soon?
that one alone. Yeah. Surely there's a bit of learning going on around that
Of
one.
course. Ryan Banner on the hill
And
for
obviously
Wellington has really
the
changed.
inference there was that Auckland were going to finish that game early.
Banner on the hill for Wellington has really slowed down this Auckland attack, who were just getting everything they wanted in those first few innings.
He absolutely has. Ryan Banner, he's been quite impressive out there.
And gets the inside corner for the strikeout called on Reece Evans. And that's one down. And that's going to bring to bat the catcher, Max early. Probably not, because Coach Nukunuku comes in to change. And it looks like the pinch hit is the little Evans. Or the not so little Evans. Is
Number 11.
Brock Evans. Glad he's had his hair cut over the years, because it got a bit out of control for there for a bit. But he looks spitting image of Kohler, isn't it?
Just in case we didn't have enough
Yeah,
Evanses
strong genes there.
or Anokas in the game.
Nice work, Clive, with that strong genes there, mate. Chicken?
Chicken legs.
Well, the change is made. And I see Floyd Nola on deck as well. So, time for the younger sevens to come into the game.
Nuku wanting to change things up. Give these guys an opportunity. Empty his substitutes bench. Like we've said a few times already, you don't win this tournament on the first day.
Nope.
But for a team like Wellington against a powerful team like Auckland, definitely can set your tone for the rest of the tournament.
Well, if you know softball and you look at an Auckland lineup, you're like, oh, Black Sox playing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it's Auckland. Sorry about that. I got confused for a second.
Absolutely.
This Wellington side have just done the little things right, you know? They've inched their way, they've stayed in the game, and we go on to the top of the 7 leading. Pretty cool.
It was a decent sort of a howler that cost them 2 runs in those early innings. But since then, clawing their way back from 6-1 down. It's quite remarkable.
It's not bad. Ooh,
That
just
one
foul.
missed. Just by the couple of coats of paint.
It's a game of angles and inches.
Yep. The old inches, eh?
Goes at the outside, sends it to left. Damon Creasy goes back.
Oh, nice
and
work,
makes the
Damon
catch.
Creasy. Again, that was not an easy catch. The wind has dropped quite a bit, but it is still swirling around out there. Damon Creasy shows why he's considered one of the top outfielders in our game.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he was looking up at a bit of sun there as well.
He stayed looking over the fence for a sec so he could have that big sigh of relief.
Right, Auckland down to their last out in this. Top of the 7th, 2 down.
There it is.
Swung
He
on a
said
miss from Floyd Nola. Oh, I just think...
He said it. There it is.
All right, all right. It's only happened
Freud
a handful of times that we've done this.
He's a quality softballer.
Oh, he is. Sees
He's
that one
not
go
gonna hang
through the
around
zone.
if he watches him go through the middle of the zone like that.
0-2 count here. Wellington leading here in the top of the 7th. Ryan Banner has come on and completely shut down Auckland. Slowed their roll, which was actually humming in the first few innings. And goes to his zone for the foul off here.
Well, he hammered 2 through the zone. Why wouldn't you go for a third one? Especially when Nola looked at that last one.
Floyd Nola.
Floyd Nola's a player that in the last 3 or 4 years has just improved every aspect of his game.
Oh, he's still a kid as well.
Exactly. He's just keeps getting better. This time it's
head up the middle. You wouldn't believe
We'll
it.
blame that one on my play-by-play commentator who made the suggestion that we could be looking.
I was just saying what's in front of us. 2 outs. Like, is it the last? No, it's not.
It's the obvious. It's the obvious.
Oscar Clark into bat now. Started the game very handy, crossing home plate a few times. And now you got Nola on first base. You've got a runner.
What can Coach Nuku conjure from
Indeed.
this situation? Do you take on Stratford's arm to get that runner across to a scoring position?
Pollard in the third base, coach's box. Nuku in the first. Two
Or do
vets of
you?
the game.
Or do you trust Oscar Clark, who's done a great job in this ball game so far, to put himself out there? He's got the pop fly.
Tracking it as Golan gets called off by Riley Markey, and Riley Markey catches that in right field for the third out. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the ball game with Wellington winning this one over Auckland, 10 runs to 9. Gary.
Well, you know, we've now seen a couple of totally contrasting ball games. A 1-0 pitching duel, followed by a batting duel, eventually won by Wellington 10-9. I go back to that innings when they were 6-1 down, Damien, and to come back from that, just some fine batting from Wellington all round.
All round. Leon Twigden starts the hill for Auckland. Dallas Amaitatu comes in and doesn't last long. Tate sort of gets the last ball for Auckland, but Ryan Banner coming in from the Canadian via Highland Bay comes in to make the save for Wellington and just changes the whole game.
It did, absolutely, and you know, if I had to pick a player of the match, that'd be him right there, would be Ryan Banner. He
Well, there you
changed
go.
the whole complexion of the game. I know the Wellington boys did all the hitting, but that was a team thing. They all hit. Yeah, Ryan Banner individually out on the hill stemmed the flow from Auckland and gave Wellington the opportunity to reply.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you have it from Gary Rohi himself, the beyond the dugout man of the match, the relief pitcher for Wellington, Ryan Banner coming in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us for this one. We're going to sign off for this game, and up next is the Battle of the Harbour. It's Wellington taking on the hosts, Hutt Valley, right after these. Damien Collins for the play-by-play, Gary Rohi and Colour, and all our crew signing off for this one. We'll see you in the next.
Beautiful.